It's funny that we're meeting on the day of the NFL draft.
I know. I mean, I hate the NFL draft because when I was playing, I hated it. To me, it was just like basically they're taking guys to take my job. And people laugh. People would call me all the time when I was with the Ravens. Oh, the draft is, who do you think the Ravens are going to get? I'm like, I don't care as long as they don't take a lineman. You know, it's like, hey, you know, I'm trying to earn a living here. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I pay for food, man. It was the worst. It was the worst experience. And, you know, for a couple of years, I was a young guy. When you're not making the big bucks, they're like, hey, come to the draft party. It's free food and drink. They write you a big check to come and be an appearance. And I would do it. And then the draft picks, everybody cheer. Oh, they're taking some lineman from Tennessee. And you're like, oh, God. You know, everybody's happy and you're just dying inside, you know? I can't believe the NFL's the best, how they market that and people watch it. But I don't like the draft, and that's just because my own 11 years of pain and being scared about who they're going to get, right? After 11 years, it's kind of just like every time I think of the draft, I get nervous, you know?
Did you but when you were preparing, because I don't know, were they broadcasting it then, or how?
Yeah, it was very similar, you know, but they had it over one day, you know, 2 days. And once we got to that last couple rounds with the agent, we were, you know, talking hey, there's a chance. And then as soon as the draft was over, pretty much over the next 24 hours went a lot of the action for myself. Which teams were interested? Who did they draft that year? How does it look? What's realistic? You know, and you try to make your best decision. At the end of the day, you're a free agent, right? So no matter where you go, you're at the bottom of the rung. And no matter where you go, they probably drafted a bunch of linemen. Every lineman, when they come to camp, there's 15 guys. And most of them went to big school. There's no perfect situation.
There's some politics in that, Coach?
Well, yeah, certainly, right? I mean, it's going to be very hard to take a kid in the first 2 rounds, 3 rounds, pay him that kind of money and have young guys free agents beat him out. It's hard to do because they're going to get opportunities. You see some of these guys that are kind of bust one place, they get opportunities other places. And that's understandable, right? There's jobs in the line, right? If you're that scout, or that coach said, nope, this is my guy, you got to take him. Well, damn well, you better make him into a player, right? That wasn't my mindset then. I didn't realize some of that now, but I knew just trying to find a place where I was comfortable. Weed through rosters as best you can. And it's not like I was a NFL. I mean, the agent was a big, how did I know the lineman rosters of the Packers? I mean, I watch, but I don't know who's good or not. So helped him with that, where I was comfortable, and he ended up going. Kirk Ferentz, who recruited me, was with the Browns. They just moved to Baltimore, the Ravens, talking on the phone for a long time. And it's go with what you know. Here's a guy that liked you in college, saw something in you. I knew I was going to get a fair shot. Doesn't mean he can get me on the team, but I knew I have a fair chance. And he's a great coach. He's probably one of the greatest offensive line minds that's ever been in the game. And he had such a long line of Joe Moore, who's a legendary coach with Notre Dame, and Pitt in offensive line was his mentor, and he's mentored a lot of great O-line guys. So I knew that going in, how good he was, what I learned in that one season with him. So I'm like, you know what? It just made a lot of sense. So when we went through all that, it's I'm going to go to Baltimore. So yeah, sometimes it's good to be lucky.